no child, but still young, but old enough to know what's right. Lost between a movie scene and life. What happened to a fire?
I got to tell you, when I first heard that song, okay, I had never heard of NESTOR. My buddy Tim Swift from Atlanta, that everybody knows, is the encyclopedia of anything music and rock and the know of before it's known, told me about these guys. The first time I heard that song jetted me back to 1989. When I saw the video, I'm in 1989 wishing I could do it all over again. And they hooked me. And I've been a fan of these guys ever since. Hopefully I don't fanboy too much here, but I'm going to bring Marcus on. I got the email from Peter that Tobias, everybody knows airlines are horrible right now, but his flight was delayed, whatever. But we have Marcus. I'm happy just to talk to these guys. These guys are great. So let's bring Marcus on. Marcus, how are we doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much.
And how are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm actually on cloud 9 right now, dude. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Now, I know you're at Indoor Summer today, performing 2 hours, less than 2 hours. So I really appreciate you taking the time and talking to me today. Now, let's get into this for a second. 1989, you guys first formed, 5 friends, formed a band, NESTOR. It was called NESTOR then.
Yeah.
And it just didn't last long, didn't do much, couple EPs. What made you okay? You left. You guys kind of you didn't break up, but you put it on pause, kind of for like a decade, 2 decades.
3 decades.
3 decades. What made you come back? What? And that song 1989 kind of gives me a little bit of an idea of you wanted that feeling back. You there was something unfinished. But
Yeah.
tell me what happened? What was it? The pandemic was what happened to bring you guys back?
Well, I think that like everything moved to that point of us meeting again and talking about doing it again. And the story to get there is that we've definitely put things on pause. As you said, it's like 3 decades. That's a long time, but we also always had this love for each other as friends. Sign and Blood is a song about that, and brothers, and this musical connection. And we played a gig like ish 1.5 year before we started talking about this new thing, this reunion. And we said that we need to do something together again. We don't know when, but we're gonna do it.
Right.
And then Toby brought the band together like a year and a half ago ish, and said, "Okay, guys, should we do this?" And we were like, "Hell yeah, we're gonna do it."
Oh yeah.
And and get those good old songs that we grew up with and played with back in the days, together with this musical journey that we all had for 30 years, and mash that into the 2021 NESTOR, that the album that came out, and do it from the fucking heart, straight from the heart, together with your best friends.
Right, and it is straight from the heart. This is almost, to me, after you listen to it a couple times, it's almost Kids in a Ghost Town is almost like a concept album, really, because it takes you on a journey. It's like a kid in 1989 and also a grown-up now in 2021, 2022, looking back at this kid, feeling with this kid. And it's almost like the band is going, throughout the whole album is, we were here, now we're there. It's really, it's kind of magic to me.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you say that, because every time that I speak to someone that feels the magic that we feel when we like talk about places in our ghost town, which was that's said with love, then I'm so happy creating new memories with people from my memory bank and applying it on them, and we're enjoying this ride together, and we're nothing without all these great people like that's joining us along this journey. That's the most amazing thing with it, it's creating new memories together with beautiful people. That's fucking amazing.
And you guys surely this year are creating memories like crazy. You guys are on a journey. You've went from nobody knew you to wow. I mean, you're playing some of the biggest festivals. You're playing one today. You've got things going on. I mean, it's like a whirlwind. It's like almost like, thank God you waited 3 decades, because now it's just you kind of would have fell off, back then because of everything that was happening in America. But right now, it's just everything is fresh. Europe is just kicking ass. America's starting to kick ass again. It's almost like you guys hit it on the head on when to come back.
I think that's a stroke of luck, of course, and maybe also we're really dedicated and work hard, and we, as I said, if we can have a few people just enjoying the album and feel the heartfelt way about it that we do, then we're in a good spot. And we're like super humble and grateful for all the opportunities we had this summer to enjoy this with people. It's been a hell of a ride, so much fun. And as you said, we played with Kiss and Sweden Rock, and our own hometown gig was like
NESTOR Fest.
Pinch in the arm, and getting goosebumps now thinking about all the beautiful people coming to support us there. It was magic, along all the other gigs. So.
Right, and now it's still the same 5 guys that started in 1989, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're the same guys.
that's amazing. You know,
Yeah,
in a day and age where bands don't stick together, you guys
yeah,
waited 3 decades, and you're like, let's do this all together. Let's.
yeah,
That's amazing, and that's great.
yeah, yeah.
Now, 1989 was like a time machine, and this whole
Mm.
album is like a time machine. I mean, it's yeah. I think you've struck something with everybody that's pretty special. What what song on the album means the most to you on Kids in a Ghost Town? What's your absolute standout that just every time you hear it gives you
Yeah.
them goosebumps?
Well, my love is mostly for "We Are Not Okay." I think it's
Right.
a really beautiful song, and it has another layer, another depth into it that I really like. Being touched of, that life isn't always pretty. It can be
No.
kind of shitty from time to time, and you need to face that. I'm saying this to everybody out there. If you have problems, and talk about it. It's fucking important. Let people
It is.
know.
It
Yeah.
is. We're all
There's
in this
nothing
together.
manlier. Yeah. And there's nothing like being a man is not talking about your issues. That's bullshit. Talk about it. And "We Are Not Okay" is about telling, okay, I'm not totally okay with this. And maybe I can reach out and we can do this together. We'll be stronger
Right.
together. So I really like that song.
That is an absolute great song. I mean, there's not a bad song on the album, don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
thanks.
Each
Yeah.
one just speaks a different thing and then talks about it. Some are fun, some are like "We Are Not Okay" talks and it gets more in depth.
Yeah.
1989's fun.
Yeah.
Fire Sign's just a hard rocking, in your face,
Yeah.
kill it kind of song, but you've touched on all bases.
Yeah.
Now, we have a new single that was dropped like 3 or 4 months ago, maybe,
Yeah.
"Signed in Blood," and that picks up right where you left off. It's like
Mm.
brothers. We're
Yeah.
we're tight. You know, any new plans for another single or another album to come soon?
Well, we have the re-release of the first album with 3 songs. "Sign in Blood" is one of them, and there's going to be
Yep.
2 more songs
Nice.
on this deluxe version. And the plan is to, from end of this year, beginning of next year, to start creating stuff for a new album. That's the
Nice.
plan. Yeah.
Well,
So
I know
we're,
you.
we're
Go ahead.
yeah. Now we're thinking about that, and we've been so happy playing this one, but we feel like we have some more stuff inside of us that needs to come out. So
Oh
yeah.
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 And you know what? You're really busy anyway. There's no time to write. I mean, Jesus
Not in a
Christ.
minute.
You guys are just, I mean, it's so cool to watch. I mean, you don't get to watch many bands go from, you know, just come out
Yeah.
to the, you
Thanks.
know, you guys were billed as the next big thing in Europe, and you guys have lived up to it. And some fall on their face, some
Yeah.
don't, but you guys have really, the sound and everything. And it's a little bit of a unique sound because there's a lot of stuff coming out in Europe that
Yeah.
kind of sounds the same. And you guys don't sound like anybody else, really, to me. You
And it's good.
know,
That's great to hear. We're trying to put our IDs in it, in the bass playing, the guitar playing, and the singing, and the keyboards and the drums, and mash that up. And I think we got a really nice chemistry in the build up of the songs and how we, allow each other to take some space in the songs. And I think
right,
that goes to the sound and the happiness of playing. I laugh every concert because I fucking love it. It's
right.
beautiful to just take. So it's amazing. Yeah.
You can watch the videos, and I do see the videos online on YouTube and this and that. And you
Yeah.
guys are having fun. You guys are just like,
Yeah.
we can't believe this, and we appreciate every minute of this. I
Yeah.
mean, it's great. I saw you on the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. Yeah.
And I mean, you were one of the bands that I was like, this is the band, one of the bands I am absolutely going to be in the crowd. I have to see. I don't give a shit who I miss. This is what you guys and Crazy Licks were the two bands that were must sees. And I'll tell you what,
Thanks.
you did not disappoint. All
Thanks,
the
man.
buzz through the whole ship was Nestor, Nestor, Nestor. You guys put on a great show, and I was like, wow, these guys are, you got to see a band live. You could do an
Yeah.
album that's good. Sometimes an album isn't that good, and then you see them live and they're freaking great. But you have a great album, great live act. I mean, you guys just the chemistry's there.
Yeah, that's really love to hear you say that because we're having loads of fun and as we spoke about earlier, the album really comes from the heart and to be able to push that feeling off stage and into the crowd, I'm grateful every time that happens and yeah, it's
Right.
amazing. And the Masters of Rock cruise was really amazing. I think it was our like fourth gig, on the boat together. We had practiced
Wow.
one time together since we started it because it was the pandemic,
Right.
but great crowd and amazing to play the Monsters of Rock cruise.
And
I
you
mean,
guys are coming back.
we're coming back.
You're coming back. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. I'm just like, wow, they're back. When it was announced, and I know a few other people were like, oh my God, NESTOR's back. Just some people missed, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You get the buzz
Yeah.
going, but you guys are back.
Yeah.
And
We're coming
now,
back.
last time, the surprise was Gabby Ray came out and sang
Yeah.
tomorrow. Now, I don't see Gabby Ray announced this year, but I do see another person announced that is also going to be singing Forever in Barcelona, I do believe, in November.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if there might be a little surprise.
Well, let's keep it a surprise and let's see what happens.
Oh, I'm almost positive we know what's going to happen and the crowd's going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Yes. She's got an amazing voice. When she was announced, I was on cloud nine for that too, because I love Chez Kate.
Yeah, she's fucking amazing. Really, really good. She had her, I listened to her new single that released on Friday, right? Really good.
Yes.
She's a great singer. Great singer.
Great.
Yeah.
Danny Rexon found lightning in a bottle with that one. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got such a great ear and he's such a good writer. And there's a lot in Europe, like NESTOR, Crazy Licks. There's a lot wildness. There's a lot of really good music coming out. Now, your playlist.
Yeah.
Who's on your playlist? Who do you? You're on the plus. You're on the plane. Who you cranking?
Well, to be honest, lately it's been loads of Rick Springfield and Mr. Mister. I've kind of sometimes hook into that era. And Giant, I love Giant. The Giant stuff. It's really great. And
Last of the Runaways is a great album.
Yeah, it's that album is almost not able to top. It's so fucking great. And my more modern touches, I listen to Biffy Clyro. I think they're also great musicians and a great band and cool stuff, but much stuff back in the 80s and 90s.
And that's how I am, man. I mean, and I listen, I get my days where I'm Rick Springfield, Billy Squier, going way back. And then there's days where it's Metallica and Megadeth, but you're just always, you can't hold one little, I'm going to stay in this box. You got to draw from a lot of different things.
Definitely widen the horizon and get inspiration. And, there's a lot of good new stuff and there's a lot of good old stuff. You gotta never stop the mix, stir that pot.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Now, what was your favorite about the Monsters of Rock cruise? We'll talk about that a little bit. What was the absolute favorite of being on that ship?
Well, the absolute favorite was, I must say, the people on the ship, how they were, when we met them and talked to people, amazing people, kind, understanding, interested in music. And, it was really fun and gave, I know the whole band, loads of stuff back, talking to people and the interaction. That was amazing. And to top that, to do it together with them at the sail-off gig was outside at the pool. That was amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Almost, when you get tears in your eyes because it's overwhelming. Yeah, it was great.
There was one year, and I love them sail-off gigs. I just love them on the pool stage. There was one year we were in Jamaica or something, or Haiti or something like that, and I don't remember. But there was mountains in the background, and I'm standing up on the top deck, and I'm looking down. Tesla's playing on stage, and that mountain's just going away. and then you look over here and there's water everywhere and you're just like sailing. You get goosebumps. I'm getting them now. You get
Yeah.
goosebumps because you don't experience that anywhere else but the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And you can prepare yourself for it when it hits you the first time. As you
No.
say, the scenery, the crowd, lots of super amazing people, and then shit. They're singing along to our songs. What's happening?
What's happening here? Oh yes, and everybody that goes on the Monsters of Rock cruise, we know, and we're it's really big fans. We love the music, and we're very I guess like if you're eating, you're an artist and you're eating, we won't bother you. I mean, if you're ready to talk, we'll talk. But we're all. It's just a big family, and once a band comes on like Nestor, and we want them back, and when you're coming back, it's like okay, a family member's coming back, and you're just happy. You're in the family, and it's such a great time.
Yeah, well, that's spot on. It felt like family, and it was really. People were really nice and great and big-hearted, and so it was amazing, an amazing time.
And we were talking about these days before about that there's one lyric in that song that goes, "I put my faith in a vinyl whenever the world has gone insane." That is the I think the greatest lyric on the album, because you do. We as fans and you as musicians, you'll throw on Van Halen when you're having a shit day. You go back to that band and their music, and it speaks to you. You remember, and you love it. And I think Nestor is creating that same thing where I can throw on Nestor and bam, I'm in a better place. We're one.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, but I totally agree, and that's what music should be. A thing to help you, to lift you even more in the good days, and to help you get through bad days. That makes music means like the fucking world to me. It always has, and it always will.
And that's the difference between like 80s music versus when it went to the 90s and 2000s. 90s and 2000s to me was a lot of hate and aggression and blah. 80s was fun, was party, was let's forget our troubles and go to a show, and that vibe is coming back, and people are rediscovering that. My daughter is people are wanting that vibe back instead of all this hate and aggression and stupidity.
That's good. That's good. That's going the right way. Yeah.
Exactly.
More love to the people. We need to care about each other loads more.
We really do. We really do. Now I know you're getting on stage and you got a little bit of preparation, so I won't keep you much longer. Just anything else you want to say? What you got coming up? What you want to get out there? Anything you want to say?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me and talking about our band. We're so grateful for everyone coming to our shows, and I'll promise you this: if you come to a show, we'll do everything in our power to make you walk away with a big smile and a warm heart. So come see us if you got the time. So we'll kick ass.
That is absolutely the truth. I've been to a show. I was smiling from the time I walked in and on cloud nine from when I walked out. I mean, Nestor will take you back in time. They will. It's fun. The stage show, everything is fun about this band, and I think that's one of the reasons why you guys are doing so well right now. And it doesn't matter what festival lineup I look at. You guys are on it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's been great. We played a lot of gigs, and we're so grateful. And I'm happy to hear that you had a smile coming in and walking out. So, then job well done.
Cool. Well, you have a great show tonight.
Yeah,
in an hour and a half, and I have a few friends in the audience there. You might meet them. But
Cool.
there's friends from America and Canada that I know that are Monsters of Rock cruisers. They're in the crowd
Yeah.
tonight. So we're all worldwide. We all one big family. So
Yeah.
kick ass tonight, and see you when you get on Mork, if not sooner.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. And yeah, we're gonna kick ass. I
All
promise
right,
you.
man.
All right.
Cool.
Have a good day.
Hey, you too.
Yeah. Bye bye. Bye.
They are such a great band. If you have not seen them, you need to see them. Um, they're at every festival. Just about every festival has Nestor on it. It's just insane how well they're doing. And like I said, and like Marcus said, it's music that connects us. When you feel something through an album, when you feel the band, you feel them, you feel their feelings, they're pouring their souls into their music, and you connect. That's one thing that just makes it so much greater. And Nestor is one of them bands that you just connect with. And if you have not heard Kids in a Ghost Town, you need to hear Kids in a Ghost Town. That will take you back in time. It's like a time machine. This album is a time machine. I listen to it all the time, and it's like so much feeling in this album. That's one of them albums that gets you from the rip, right from the get go. Bam! You're enthralled. You're engulfed. You just love it. I mean, hey, I'm sorry, but I love the album. Get it, listen to it, tell me what you think, and I know you're going to come back to me and say, Mike, thank you so much. That is a great album. Now, they have a new single out. It was released about 3 months ago, probably, and it's called Signed in Blood. I'm going to play the video for you. It picks, like I said earlier, it picks right up where the album left off. About unity, being brothers. It doesn't matter if it was high school to now. We're still connected. We're still in this fight together and having a blast, having a great time. And you feel this song. You feel the words. I mean, you feel it. And I can't say that enough. I'll shut up and play the song. But thank you, everybody, for joining me and Marcus. Like I said, Tobias got delayed on his plane. Everybody knows planes are unreliable anymore. So we'll have him and maybe the whole band back when they get a little bit of a break from doing things, which who knows when that's going to be. Maybe I'll set something up with them on Mork and do like a little live from Mork. That'd be cool. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining me in this early hour in the U.S. and a late hour, afternoon in Europe. But if you don't have your tickets to Indoor Summer 2022 and you're in the area, get there. Nestor hits the stage in about an hour. You want to see him. All right, let's leave you with Signed in Blood, their latest single, and tell me you don't feel this. Y'all have a good day. Thank you. And I'll see you back here next Thursday. Thank you, Marcus. Love you.